Good evening, everybody, and we are live. And this is the Transfer Exchange Show, and we're here to preview probably, arguably, the biggest game of the tournament so far, and definitely the most important game in the group so far. And here with me to get our teeth into this is Nathan. How you doing, Nathan?
All good, all good. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Should be a good one. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the teams. First of all, we're going to go to Portugal. In goal, we've got Rui Patricio, Wolverhampton Wanderers goalkeeper, just on his way to Roma, it seems. Nelson Semedo at right back. The Footballer of the Year of the Premiership, Ruben Diaz. Then we've got the evergreen Pepe. Guerrero at left back. In the midfield, we have João Montinho. He's been brought in. And then we've got Danilo and Renato Sanchez, another player who's been brought in tonight for his first appearance. Then we've got Bernardo Silva, the man himself, Ronaldo, and Liverpool's Diego Jota. For France in goal, we have Lloris. We have Bayern Munich's Hernandez. He's been brought back into the side at left back. The two centre backs tonight for France are Kimpembe and Varane. Right back, looks like he's playing out of position. Is Jules Koundé in the midfield? What about this for a midfield? N'Golo Kante and Paul Pogba. And then the front four of Mbappe, Griezmann, Bayern Munich's Talisio, he's getting his first start, and up front, Karim Benzema. Sweets in a candy shop. I mean, just full of stars there. What do you think of the lineups, Nathan?
Man, you know what? Both teams are looking very, very strong. Mm-hmm. Looking at that Portugal side, you can see that they've got they've made quite a few changes. I think Renato Sanchez has deserved to start actually because he's been coming on and actually showing a lot of energy, and work rate and causing trouble there. So it's nice to see him get his start. But it looks like Bruno's had to sacrifice. And you've got what's his name on the bench as well, Ruben Neves. I'm not sure how many games he's played, but I remember William Carvalho did start as well. And so they've made a few changes from that last loss against Germany. And they're looking to make themselves a little bit more steely, I would say. Danilo Pereira, I think he's the one from PSG, isn't he? Yeah, so you've got them two in there, Renato Sanchez and Pereira, and João Moutinho. So they're looking to be really, really strong defensively as well this time. And still trying to obviously do a bit with the front three, as you can see. But when you look at the France side, they've made some changes, which I'm really, really happy about. You've got Benzema right up through the middle. For some reason, it looked a bit weird in the last ones where you had Griezmann up there, and then you had Benzema on the left or on the right, and then Mbappe on the left. It was like, why are you playing them players out of position? Or maybe the app sometimes shows it wrong, but it looks correct now. You've got Griezmann in the hole, Pogba and Kante, and Tolisso now as well, and so they've dropped what's his name from the Rabiot from the midfield as well, and also. I think he was a bit of a liability last game, Pavard. He got outpaced for fun down the right. And he's dropped to the bench as well, hasn't he? He's dropped to the bench and he put Koundé in. So he wanted to make sure that they are not, they don't have any weaknesses at the back there in terms of pace. And he's gone and obviously strengthened there. So they're looking to really mean business this time, not let any goals and looking to be a bit more attacking as well. I'd like to see where Tolisso plays compared to where Pogba plays. Will Pogba go a bit more forward, or will Tolisso kind of sit deeper? We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, the the way they've lined up on the screen here, they're putting Tolisso as if he's playing out wide on the TV right now. I can't see that happening. I mean, I would assume that they're going to play a 4-3-3. And Tolisso maybe dropping in with Kante and Pogba to help out every now and then,
Exactly.
and maybe Griezmann going wide, or maybe, and that's probably the reason why Koundé's gone at right back, because he's young, he's got the legs to get down there. And although it doesn't look like they're playing as wing backs, I would have thought Koundé might have that job tonight. The midfield for France is quite incredible tonight. Tolisso, Kante, and Pogba. I'm looking at the Portugal midfield of Danilo, Renato Sanchez, and João Moutinho. I mean, do you think France are going to win that battle? They look pretty strong then, Nathan.
Yeah, I think so. I think France will win it. Just they look superior all over the park, really. When it comes to strength and stuff, it looks like they're going to have that there. When we was watching them play the other game, I could see, they're playing Hungary, and you could see that they got paced out. Hungary are actually a good side, so Germany will have their work cut out today as well. But they was, you could see that Pavard was just the weak link, and they could get in through there, and France looked comfortable otherwise. So they've made sure they looked at it, they've rewatched the tape, realized what's what, and tried to fix that problem. And then they thought, you know what, we want a bit more in attack. Let's not go as defensive. Let's not have Rabiot as well. Let's now get Tolisso in, and let's see what we can do going forward even more. And I'd like to see Kingsley Coman come on for Tolisso at some point and be on the right wing as well. So then you've got you've got Mbappe, who usually I would say is probably better off the right. I don't know. And then put Coman on his favoured left side. And then you got Mbappe up front. You got Benzema up front. They've got to make that work with Griezmann sitting behind as well, pulling the strings as well. So they've got a whole load of firepower there. Let's see. I don't know why teams don't put all their firepower out at the same time. But, maybe they're just hoping that if something goes wrong, they've still got some pace to bring on. But, it's looking good. It's looking good for France, for me. I've got France winning this one.
Yeah, I mean, they do look strong, and you look all over the pitch in every area, and it seems that France, seems to have that edge. I mean, Bruno Fernandes. I mean, he's not injured tonight. He's not been dropped as such. The managers came out and said that they're resting him. Is that a strange decision for you, Nathan, or do you think that's the right one? You're muted, mate. Well, Nathan's muted at the moment, so.
I was saying it's horses for courses, sorry. I was saying it's horses for courses, and it depends what game you're playing. And we were saying the same thing about England yesterday, whether you should drop Kane or put Sterling. It's not like dropping Kane because he's not done anything. It's dropping Kane because the game that you're playing against, the players that you're playing against, that's the best team to go up against them. And that's what they feel today is the best team, because they need to be more solid defensively. And then maybe they'll be able to not let as many goals in and keep themselves in the game later on in the game. That's what happens in football. So, you don't just play the best players in their positions, because some players might get marked out. So let's see what happens with that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a must-win for both teams. I think France just need the point, but it's very important where the teams finish. You don't want to be finishing third. Obviously, whoever finishes second this group will be playing England, but I'm sure both teams will be going all out tonight to get those 3 points. So, Nathan, score predictions. How do you think it will go?
I'm going with a 3-1 win for France. I've got a 3-1 win for France today. Let's see what your score is, and I'll think about the goal scorers in a second.
Look, just as I said a couple of minutes ago, When you look at the lineups, I'm not too sure he's made the right choices. I think he seems to be Fernandes and Carvalho. I would have started, but we'll see how that go. They can always bring them on. But France look very strong in every area, and I can't see nothing but a France win tonight. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 to France, and the goal scorers. I think Pogba's going to come up with one, and I think Griezmann. He seems to be on a little bit of a roll at the moment for Barcelona.
Okay.
So I'm going to go 2-0 with Pogba and Griezmann to score the goals.
Right. So I've got Cristiano scoring for Portugal, and I've got Benzema, Mbappe, and Pogba getting the 3 goals there, because I can just see, you notice when Portugal were playing Germany, they were struggling to keep possession of the ball, and I thought they'd be a lot better with that side of things. And Germany kept just hounding them, taking it back off them, and just totally controlling the game. So I think similar today, France should be able to do that to them, and but with the extra more attacking side, and with the more at the back to be able to handle the threats going forward of Portugal, I think they should be able to handle themselves and really do something from there. So yeah, I'm really I really think France is going to go and win this one. Yeah. And then Portugal, what would that mean? Portugal's on what points would it be on then?
Portugal will be on 3 points.
Right, so they'll probably be through as well.
They'll probably all 3 teams go, but the only scenario where it all could change a little bit is if Hungary beat Germany, which is that would be some result if Hungary turned Germany over. But what we do, there is another game tonight, and what we're going to do, as Marie would probably have a go at me if I never mentioned Germany tonight, is I'm just quickly going to go through the German team for tonight.
Yeah.
In goal is Manuel Neuer. Then at the back you've got Ginter and Matt Hummels and Rudiger. In the midfield you've got Gundogan and Toni Kroos. You've got Kimmich and Robin Gosens, Kai Havertz, and getting his first start of the tournament is Leroy Sané. So the team is the same, apart from Sané just came in for Muller. Are you pleased to see Sané?
Yes, exactly what I was seeing there, because you've now got 2 pacey boys in there, plus Gnabry. So you got, when you've got more attack with pace, you can pop and move and just get around people. And you just saw it yesterday with England. This is what Germany have done. That's what I was wanting to see before. Now that they've got that, I expect them to be even better this time round and get even more bodies in the box. And they're really going to... I think they'll do really, really well against Hungary. But they've got to be careful, because Hungary are no joke. Like, they do have some good players, and they do have some ability to get goals.
It's a shame for Hungary, because they came into this tournament with 2 of their best players injured. One, Dominik Szoboszlai, who I think we all would have loved to have seen in this tournament. So that's a great shame. Right, look, just before we go, there was 2 other matches today. The first one was Spain versus Slovakia. It finished 5-0 to Spain. So finally, they've got their shooting boots on, and they'll be through to the next round. And also, a game that I've just finished watching, an absolute fantastic match: Sweden versus Poland. Sweden won 3-2. Sweden are through. Lewandowski's, even Lewandowski, I think he got a couple of goals. Even he couldn't do anything to see the Poles through. So what that means is Slovakia and Poland are out, and Spain and Sweden go through. Big win for Spain, Nathan.
Yeah, really, really big win that. Obviously, I didn't get to see the game, but I got to see. I turned it on and I saw it was 5-0. So I was thinking, wow, these guys must have done something today. So, but let's see what they can do against the bigger sides when it comes down the line, because that's really where it's going to count. Will they be able to, have the same kind of success against the stiff defending, the stiff defensive teams? that are out there. The Italy's, the Germany, the France, these kind of big, even the England's. Like, let's see how they get on in them kind of games. I think we're kind of like in an even way. If you're talking about England there, we're pretty much in the same kind of boat as Spain, where you got some good players. You don't know who the best kind of starting lineup is. Are they going to pick the best? But again, they've come up and got 5. So we need to come up and get something like that as well in our next games, and really show people what we can do. And it all comes down to team selection and balance.
Yeah, well, in 90 minutes' time, or just over 90 minutes, England will know their opponents. It'll be Portugal, France, or Germany, more than likely. It could be Hungary. Let's not forget them.
They're good. I don't want to play them.
I've seen crazy results in World Cups and European Cups before, so don't put Hungary out of this and out of this yet. Well, look, that's just it. We're going to go and watch the game. It's going to be an absolute cracker. It's going to be the game of the tournament, I think.
Let's see.
Players littered with talent, and we've just been going for 16 minutes, and look, we mentioned Ronaldo and Mbappe, so we'll go and watch them there. So
great talent.
We'll be back at 10. So until then, thanks for joining us, Nathan. Thanks for joining us. So until then, stay safe. You've only got a few hours and wash your hands.